Facundo Buonanotte. Facundo Buonanotte. In the same breath, 12 hours apart, we hear that Xavi Simons is on his way to Tottenham, despite speaking to Chelsea for the past 7 to 8 to 9 weeks. Weeks upon weeks upon weeks. We promised this guy that he was going to come to Chelsea. We told him to wait around, that we needed to make sales first, i.e. Nicholas Jackson, Christopher Nkunku. He didn't owe us anything. He didn't have to wait. With 3 days left of the window, he makes his move because he wanted to leave RB Leipzig, and rightly so. He handed in a transfer request at the start of the window. We pissed him about and told him to wait. We didn't swoop in for him. We didn't even make a bid for him because apparently we needed to make sales. But we happily bid 40 million for Alejandro Garnacho, who, by the way, does not fit the bill. Is not the calibre, is not the quality that this football club needs at this moment in time. He is not that good. I'm sorry to break it to you. I know as a fan base and as football fans, we like to say that we have to give these new players time. We have to give arrivals time to settle into the team and see what they can produce. But I've watched Alejandro Garnacho enough times, and this guy is not good. He has some pace, he has some level of athleticism, but in terms of technical ability, in terms of what we need at this level, going for what we're going for in terms of majors and trophies, he doesn't fit the bill. He's not good enough. He's not good enough for Manchester United, who are lingering in 16th, 15th. They're an absolute joke. Absolute joke. They've just lost to Grimsby Town. 28 out of 29 points. I saw a stat the other day with Ruben Amorim. He's not good. He can come. We don't have to make sales for him, but we had to make sales for Xavi Simons. And then, to make matters worse, it has just been broken in the last 10 to 15 minutes that we've been linked to Facundo Buonanotte. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I've watched Leicester numerous times, that I've watched Leicester week in, week out last season. I have seen Buonanotte play for Leicester at times, especially against Chelsea, and I've seen him in isolated times playing for Leicester. He is a decent player. He's not a bad player. And for Cole Palmer back up, that's not the end of the world. My issue isn't necessarily Facundo Buonanotte personally. My issue is you had Xavi Simons on the table. The guy was twerking for you. He's a significantly better player. I thought we were looking to progress with a double 10 system with Cole Palmer and then having a Xavi Simons. And then you've got João Pedro who can drop in and play in those positions as well and play in those pockets. That's what I thought the plan was. And then we can alternate and have touchline wingers, hence Jamie Gittins signings, hence the links in the signing of Alejandro Garnacho, and then you've got Esteval and you've got Pedro Neto on the other side. Fine, I understood some of the logic. But you've abandoned Xavi Simons and then you want to sign Buonanotte, who is completely inferior technical quality and overall as a player to Xavi Simons. It's not personal, it's just based on purely for footballing reasons. And now we're hearing on loan that Brighton, who are the owners of Buonanotte, they don't want to sell him permanently. So here's the thing. If we're signing Buonanotte on loan, this to me leads to one conclusion. We haven't got the funds. We have to balance the books. The only way we can sign a player worth 50 to 60 to 70 million pounds is if we do authorise the sale of Nicholas Jackson, because of those UEFA implications that came. I'm not sure you guys know, last few weeks, obviously we heard that UEFA sanctioned this, so there was a massive fine. We have to balance the books, right? So, Nkunku's leaving, in comes Garnacho. So in order for us to spend 60 to 70 million pounds on a marquee player, Jackson has to go first. And we haven't had any news that Jackson's going to go on a permanent deal. We're only hearing obligation at most from Bayern Munich. And Newcastle have just signed Nicholas Waldemeder. I've completely butchered his name, but the German lanky 6'9", I was going to say centre back, because traditionally players at that tall are centre backs. A very lanky German striker, right? Record breaking 85 to 90 million euros, right? So Jackson's not going to Newcastle. That's been completely ruled out. So Jackson has to go for big money in us to sign someone permanently. So to me, we are balancing the books, hence why we're only looking to sign Buonanotte on a loan. And in addition to that, it looks like Brighton don't want to sell Buonanotte on a permanent deal. Now, my thoughts on the player, I've already delved into what I think of the player briefly. He's not a bad player. He's a decent player. For backup, he's not bad. My problem is, it's a massive downgrade to what we were supposed to have in Xavi Simons. You know, this season for me was about competing for major honours, going deep into the Champions League at the bare minimum, entering into a Premier League title race. To me, that's not going to happen. To me, it's going to be another top 4 race that we should cement, and we'll get out of the group and get to the round of 16 at most quarterfinals of the Champions League. And the reason why I say that is because our squad isn't as good as it should be. We've spent a lot of money this summer, but if you actually analyse individually these players, they're not that good. Alejandro Garnacho, not good enough. Buonanotte, if we sign him, not good enough for where we need to be. João Pedro, I like. Liam Delap, decent, but he's not a world beater. Jamie Gittins, again, not a massive fan. Not exactly what I think this football club needs. Now, Xavi Simons was someone that I rated very, very, very highly in terms of his technical quality, his ability on the ball, what he can provide. If Cole Palmer's injured like he is right now, Xavi Simons could slot in. If we had Xavi Simons wrapped up 2 weeks ago, he could have been in contention starting for Fulham at home tomorrow. It's not going to happen now. It's not going to happen. He's playing for Tottenham. It's not going to happen. You had Eze there. He's gone to Arsenal. These are way, way better players. Way, way better players. People are going to talk about Dario Sugo and Esteval, and those 2 players I rate very highly, but they were signed way before the summer window even commenced. To me, it's been a very, very, very underwhelming transfer window by Clearlake and Chelsea overall, unless something massive or major happens in the last 2-3 days of this transfer window. To me, we are missing one huge marquee name, and to me, Xavi Simons was that guy, and it's not happening anymore. And it's a massive, massive disappointment. I do want to hear what you guys think. It's been a while since I've uploaded, I know. If you enjoyed it, smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I look to be more consistent going forwards. But what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Buonanotte as a player? What are your thoughts on Xavi Simons going to Tottenham? What are your thoughts on the transfer window so far? I know we still have 2-3 days left, but if you had to rate it out of 10, what would you rate it out of 10? Let me know. Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below, and I'll see all of you guys for my next video. Peace.